What did I do this year? What did you do this year? I ask myself this question every single time, and I never have an answer. It feels like every single year completed at the very end just feels like another failed, miserable, sad, unaccomplished, unproductive, failed year. And the reason that the year is a failure isn't because you actually didn't do anything, it's because you didn't track it. The human brain is incredible at attaining new information, but it's horrible at maintaining it. And because of that, I created the mood journaling template. What was born out of complete irony and not planned, I made it as a joke. I actually went through for 365 days and documented my mood every single step of the way. Unfortunately, when it comes to the word mood, it tends to be associated with things that are very, how should I say this, girl-like. It's not something a man would ever do. It's a sign of weakness. I thought the same thing. When I started mood journaling, I thought it was really weird as well. Like, what does that even entail? At the end of the day, you just say, oh, today I felt good. Today I felt bad. I know, it sounds like that, but the mood journal template is more than that. I too suffered from the same problem. I thought, well, if I just write down the mood for the day, wouldn't that be extremely subjective, right? And if you're in a rut, if you're feeling depressed, if you have a lot of anxiety, if you just, you feel like your life is not moving anywhere, then you will just say, today was a bad day and tomorrow is a bad day. And you'll wake up in the morning, you'll say, today is gonna be a bad day. So to fix the correction of the issue of something being subjective, I introduced the habit part of the mood journaling template. And what this does is the following. At the end of each day, you have a look at your mood and you say, you know what, I think subjectively today was a good day. Then I take a note and I write down, today I did this, I went there, I talked to this person, all right, I ate this food, like whatever it is that you did that day, as many bits of information as possible, you write that down. And just doing that alone often led to me going back to the selection of mood and saying, you know what, today actually wasn't just a good day, today was an awesome day. Like I actually did a lot of things that I enjoy. And when you add habits to that, you're saying, okay, there are X amount of things I want to do each and every day. I chose 10 plus 1, right? 10 plus 1 being that there's 10 tasks that you're supposed to do every single day, and then there's an additional bonus task, which you can use to bring your percentage of daily productivity to 100%. Now, these 10 tasks that I chosen were very basic tasks. Tasks that I think if you complete every single day and you get 100% completion for 365 days in a year, there's no way your year is going to be anything other than absolutely incredible. The tasks can be changed. For somebody who's feeling really down low, for somebody who's in the most, gutted, depressed, bottomless pit of their life, a task could be something as simple as get out of bed with a smile, brush your teeth, drink water, right? Go for a short walk, anything, like go pet your cat, right? Like call your mother and tell her you love her. Little things create massive habits. And another thing you can do with the mood journal template is as you progress through the year, you can actually upgrade your tasks. You can go back into your habit and say, you know what, I've outgrown this task, right? Just brushing my teeth every morning and having that as a task, that isn't really doing much. Let me replace that by saying, let's read 20 pages of a book, right? And then when 20 pages of a book isn't enough, let's read 25 pages of a book, 50 pages of a book. Maybe 50 pages per day is a bit much for most people, but you get the gist of it. You start adding layers to the mood journal template. In fact, my mood journal template has evolved since January 2024 when I started it. And now in 2025, I've prepared a brand new template, which again is going to change by the time next year rolls around because you change it on the go. And by doing this, you create a progressive habit journal, which then objectively impacts how you feel about your mood. When I look at my year now, and I say this because in December I had some health problems and my mood, my emotions, my energy, everything sort of dropped. If I was to analyze how my year has been from this vantage point, I would actually be inclined to say it hasn't been the best. But I've forgotten about all the trips that I made. I've forgotten about all the dates that I went on. I've forgotten about all the lovely conversations I had with friends, all the music that I discovered, all the amazing food that I've eaten. All of that will be forgotten because I've had a couple of bad days. And we do this routinely year in, year out. December rolls around the corner. Last week of December rolls around the corner. It's just about to be New Year. In our head, we're thinking, new year, new me, 1st of January, this is where everything changes. I'm hitting the gym, I'm changing my diet, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna start running, cycling, you know, drinking freaking juices and all that, like mumbo jumbo. You think you're gonna turn your life upside down, but you're trying to make one massive habit stick instead of introducing small, tiny ones. The Mood Journal template is simple. It's built in Google Sheets. It's free. Everybody has access to it. Everybody can build from it. If I'm completely honest with you, I don't even know why or how I made it. I just know that, 30 days in, I had data and I could share it on Instagram and I could say, hey, we're, 1/12 of the year is over and it's looking really good. I've only had one bad day and I've had a bunch of amazing days and most of my days are good. And then that just continues. And I think just having this tab shows to you just how well your year is going. It's great for sharing, it's great for showing to your friends and family, it's great for motivating others to do the same thing, but most importantly, it's great for keeping track of your own life. Once again, your brain is amazing at attaining information, but absolutely horrible at maintaining it. If I asked you, what was your biggest accomplishment of week 36 of 2024? Most of you, probably no one, will be able to give me a definitive answer. If I ask you what you ate 4 days ago for dinner, you're probably gonna have to start really thinking about it, and chances are you still won't be able to tell me what you ate for dinner that day. If I said, what did you do on the 3rd of January 2024, chances are you don't have an answer for me. I do. And it's not about trying to prove it to the camera, trying to prove it to somebody from around the world. This isn't a journal that you're going to carry around so you can tell people what you did on a certain day. It's that you can tell yourself, so you can go back and have a look and retrace your steps. Because what ends up happening is you have a pattern starting to evolve. And I think once we've mood journaled 2, 5, even 10 years in a row, and then interpolate and have a look at all the data, chances are we'll be able to see a pattern developing. Which time of the year do we feel most amazing? Which time of the year are we most productive? When are our dips and highs in the actual mood and productivity? And by analyzing our lives, I believe that we can really tap into that which makes us better. Because I'm personally curious about myself. I want to know when I'm most productive and when I'm not. And then what are the reasons for that? Is it the weather? Is it the time of year? Is it the stress from work? Is it something else? Is it relationship related? Is it family related? Trying to really narrow down the reasons that are objective to those that we find subjective. The Mood Journal template is available over at theOrangeDoom.com. It's entirely free and it's something that's going to change your life. I vouch for that because I've gone through 365 days and it ended up being the greatest choice of my life. And low-key, I'm a little bit proud to be sharing this with you because it's a template born out of complete instinct. I made it for fun. It was a gimmick, but I ended up going through with it. And it's becoming one of my most beloved and most precious items, if so to speak, right? It really feels like it's a part of me because I know that I developed it, I made it, I've tried it, I've tested it, and I'm living proof that you can make a lot of tracking and a lot of improvements just by dotting down 1 to 2 minutes per day into your Mood Journal template. So go to the description, first link right there, check it out, and let me know how it does for you. I'll see you in a year.